How's it going, guys? Back down at the cabin here. Beautiful day in Newfoundland, but of course storm and wind, you know what I mean? It's like gusting to 70 or 80 or something right now, and it's going to be hard to film outside, but I'll do what I can. Just want to apologize. I know I haven't had a video up in a couple of weeks, but it has been pretty hectic couple of weeks. Trying to get my house ready to sell, the house we own. We're renting a big house right now, but I own a small house that I'm trying to sell. I want to sell it, buy a bigger house instead of renting. So yeah, it's been kind of hectic. Work hasn't started yet, and no word when it will start, so I hope I don't have to, but I might have to go back to Alberta to work this year. But I'm still, I'm still holding out hope that something will come up here with my new job. But it's the COVID kind of has everything at a standstill. That job relies on the federal budget, and well, you know where all the money's going right now. It's going to all the relief funds and stuff. So that kind of figures, I finally get a job in Newfoundland after 13 or 14 seasons in Alberta, and then a pandemic comes along. You know what I mean? So whatever. I gotta feed the kids. I got bills to pay, so I'll do whatever I have to get through this year, and we'll see what happens. So last, couple weeks been really terrible weather. Lots of rain, lots of wind, that stuff, but everything is dry right now in the cabin, so I'm gonna finish the big gaps that still need spray foam. I did spray foam some, but the can of spray foam I had was a crappy can, and it didn't, it was coming out really slow, and then it wouldn't come out at all, and I don't know, it was just a terrible can. So I bought a new kind that I usually buy at Canadian Tire. Picked up this can a few weeks ago, but still haven't had a chance to use it because of the logs being wet. But right now with all the wind and the sun, it's nice and dry. Perfect opportunity to get this done. You see some I already have done. I can cut this now and do the caulking. So I want to build a step here. You can see this is quite a bit of height here to step up. It's really tough for my daughter. So I want to build a little step here. I got a bunch of scrap lumber and stuff around, some old pieces of log and stuff. See if I can rig something up here. Also, I want to put some supports on the corners. I was going to, as you can see, it gets pretty windy here. One of the kids come out, open this door, and the wind gusts at the same time. I might just take this thing and tip it right over. So I want to put some supports on the corners. I was going to use ratchet straps from the corners to a tree on each corner, but I was afraid maybe moose walking through here and stuff would get tangled and pull it down. I'm just going to use like some lungers, what we call lungers here, long thin trees. I'll pound them into the ground. Sort of stick them into the ground, pound them down on the corners here, so each corner will have like a leg, like a brace. So guys, if there's anyone out there needs a set of steps built, you know, to their shitter or whatever, make sure you don't call me. So on the back I didn't have much room. I had a couple of old rafters from when I built the roof of the cabin, already cut on an angle. So I just pound those in the ground where I could. There's solid rock back there as well, but got them in a little bit. I should do. Another one over on that corner. That'll make me sleep better anyway on those really windy nights. I feel a little more comfortable that this thing will stay where it's supposed to. Covered in turpentine. Come on. I dropped the cooler off my quad on the way in. I hit the brakes, stop and look at something, and the cooler slid right out from under the ratchet strap and onto the ground. Oh, that's good. Man, it's warm out there today. Just the wind is brutal. Just a few leftover crab from my supper the other night. So the wife's favorite seafood right here. She doesn't like shrimp, she doesn't like mussels, anything like that, but the wife loves crab legs. However, she only likes the legs. She doesn't like this part, the body. But if you eat it correctly, there's lots of meat in here. So my buddy gave me a good meal of crab from his boat. He's a fisherman, and every year he usually gives me a meal, which is greatly appreciated because I usually only get it once a year. Too damn expensive to buy, you know, from the stores and stuff. So me and the wife and my son Cage, we love it. And the cat too. The cat gets a little taste here and there, but you know, you gotta share. See, all in this body is all kinds of meat. It's just very tedious to get out. Keep the bag for the shells, and then I'll bring this to my bear. Oh, shell's still on there. God. I'll bring the scraps to my bear bait. Oh, and I do have a bear hitting my bait. It's not a big one, but I do have one hitting. But time is very precious right now, especially if I have to leave and go to the mainland. I got a lot of stuff to do before I go. A lot. So what I do for crab legs, I'll stick a knife right down. Sometimes it goes all the way through, not always. I know I'm probably going to dull my mora here, but that's okay. Break it in half, take my thumb, run in there. Look at all that crab meat. That's how I do it for the legs. For the claws, I don't mess around with the knife. Open that up. Here you got all that meat. Very tasty, but very messy. That was delicious, but very messy. Anyway, guys, a lot of people have been asking about the hoodies, and I should be able to order some soon, but what I usually do is I take orders from everybody, and then I order the hoodies out of my own money. I order the blank apparel and the vinyl and everything I need to make the lettering. And then the wife does the heat press thing and the cricket cutter thing. And then we pick up the money and deliver them, or people come and pick them up, right? So I mean, like, I need like $1,000 of my own money in order to order the hoodies before I sell them to people. But I mean, this year I might have to get paid first and then order them, just because money is so tight right now. Like, I'm supposed to be working right now, but I'm not because of the virus thing. So I mean, I may have to do that, or I may just wait until I get the money and order them myself. But I will be taking orders soon, and then we'll go from there and see, because a lot of people have been asking. So I just want to get it done. If people want the hoodies, I want to get them to them as fast as I can. You know what I mean? But since last time, I realized I was successful in my moose tag for the fall, so I'll have a moose to hunt this fall. You know, hopefully I'll be here in Newfoundland, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And yeah, just like, I wanted to do some more filming outside, but it's just too windy, and just would have been a terrible video, you know. That's probably the worst thing about being up here, you know. The one disadvantage, being a YouTuber and having my cabin up here, it's hard to record all the time because of the wind. It's always windy up here. Like 95% of the time it's windy up here. Like, I have a leak right now on the roof. Just because the wind has been so bad, it tore the roofing, and I need to fix it, but I can't get up there right now and fix it because everything would just be blowing everywhere. And still haven't got the waterproofing on the roof of the shitter yet because it's too windy. You know, I got to get up there with a big piece of ice shield and try not to have the wind blow it around and tear it up while I'm trying to get it in place, you know. So, you know, it has its advantages being up here. Of course, the view, that's the main reason I built up here. I wanted this beautiful view, and I don't regret building up here, but it's just difficult sometimes with all the wind. You know, that's the downside of having the cabin up here. But I still wouldn't change it for anything, you know what I mean? Like, this view is It's a $1 million view. It's a beautiful day right now. It's just the wind is bad, right? Anyway guys, just a short vid. Wanted to check in. Wanted to do a couple things around the cabin. And I got to get back at my house. Get some more work done on the house. I'll be at that all weekend. But like I said, I wanted to check in with you guys. I know it's been a while, but I really apologize for that. And I know I'm going to get asked, but what you hear sounds like water is it's just the roofing that's lifting, like sticking on and lifting with the wind. And yeah, it drives me crazy, but I can't afford to put anything else on there, so it's got to do. Anyway guys, thanks a lot for watching again. Really appreciate it. And if you want, you can follow me on Instagram or Facebook. And yeah, we'll catch you guys on the next one.